Greetings, friends. Dennis LaRue here, your executive life coach with the hashtag steeltoesrequired. Quote of the week, episode 65. 65. Wow. Wow. And this week is our last week of 2018. This is the last episode for 2018. And this week's quote is a great way to bring in 2019. And our quote comes from Oprah Winfrey. Edward, glad you're here, my friend. Oprah Winfrey is our quote for the year. Hey, Diane, here you go. Oprah Winfrey said this: passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. Let me say that again. Oprah Winfrey said, passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. So I want you to take a step back for a moment. We're going to play a little Back to the Future. It's December 31st, 2017. How are you feeling? It was the end of last year. How were you feeling? Hey, Don, how are you? How were you feeling this time last year? Were you limping across the finish line? Were you filled with hope, energy, setting goals? How did you feel? Hey, Diane. Now, how do you feel today? How do you feel today here with just 2 days to go? Are you feeling the same? What's changed? And I'm pausing purposefully because I want you to feel what you felt last year and what you're feeling right now. Because that's exactly what Oprah is talking about here. Passion is energy. And if you're limping through the finish line, then you've got a passion leak somewhere in your gas tank. Yes, you are, Diane, and I see it. I love what you're doing. I'm paying attention to what you're doing, and I love what you're doing. You're definitely stronger today than you were a year ago. No question. I'm excited about what you're doing, and I can't wait to see what 2019 holds for you, my friend. How about the rest of you? How do you feel out there? I know for me, I'm energized. Now, have I taken some bumps and bruises? Oh, yeah, you bet. I've been through the ringer a few times this year. But as I look back, my passion, Bill, what's up, brother? But as I look back over the course of the year, where I was last year and where I am today, I can tell you right now, I am more energized now than I've ever been. I am more excited than I've ever been. And I am ready to tackle more than I've ever tackled in my life. And I can't wait for what 2019 has in store. And why? Because passion is energy. Now, I'm huge on this. I am huge on energy. Because there is something, being in sports, we call it momentum, and it's there. You can feel the energy of the crowd. I was in the Alamo Bowl just this week, 60,000 fans, and you could feel, quote, momentum on the field. You could feel momentum with the fans. You could feel it in the players on the field. There is an energy there. But so often as we go into 2019, many of us are going to write down some great goals on paper. And we're going to write them down, and they're going to be well thought out. And they're going to be logical. And I'm not against logic. But a lot of times, we write down logically, and we don't allow emotion and energy to tap in and drive our passion with what we put on paper. And what happens? We get to the end of the year. How many goals did you not finish this year because you lacked the energy and the emotion to get them done? The passion. I'll be honest with you. I was just looking through my journal from last year. I wrote down 10 goals. I accomplished 5 of them, but there were 5 of them I didn't. And it was because I lacked passion in those areas. Truth be told, right here, right now. So what about you? You see, because great ideas without emotion are just great ideas. You've got to have 2 and take action on them. You have to. And Oprah is spot on. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. You see, when we write the goals that we write down, they make good sense, and they're things that we should do, that we may want to do. but do we really, really want to do them? Why do you want to do them? And there's the key. When you find your why, why fuels your what? If you don't have a why, you're going to have a hard time accomplishing the what, because why is what fuels the what. Here's in one of the examples. Read the blog. Read my blog. It's going to be info@dennislarue.org, and I share a story in that blog about my why fueling my what, and I'm not going to share it here because I want you to read the blog. So go read it. This has happened many times in my life where, for this year, for example, I got to meet some incredible people this year. I got to be in the room with some if I shared their names, and I'm not going to because I promised not to, but I got to be in the room with some very important people who, if I shared their names, you'd say, oh my gosh, how did you do that? Some of you already know. Some of you already know. If you're on the John Maxwell team, you know some of the people I met this year because I've shared them. So, but I did it because I was passionate about it, and I was fueled by that passion. And why? Because I wanted to get to where I wanted to go, and those were people I needed to meet to get there. Thank you. Thank you, honey, for posting that. There it is. The blog is in the link. Definitely want you to go see that. Because, again, it comes down to focusing on what excites you. I mean, why do we do what we do? There are some things that we do because we have to. We have to pay bills. There are things that we have to do. But there are certain things that we do that excites us, that fuels us. Many of us here are entrepreneurs. Many of us here are running businesses. Some of you are business owners. Some of you are executives. Why do you do what you do? What excites you? Because when you tap into what excites you, that's the passion, and it's going to fuel you all the way to the finish line. If you can't see the finish line, you may get off the starting line, but you'll never get to the finish line because you don't know what it looks like. That's what Oprah is talking about here. Passion is your energy. When you face obstacles, when you're stuck, when you're facing trouble, when you don't know what to do or where to go, if you don't have passion, you will stop dead in your tracks, and you will get what we call in racing a DNF, did not finish. You will not reach the finish line. You will not achieve that goal. You will not achieve that dream. No matter how logically you thought it out and planned it out on paper, you won't finish it because you're not tapped into it emotionally and personally. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Because there's got to be a sense of excitement. What keeps you moving forward? It's going to be that energy, that fuel, that passion. If you lack it, I mean, when you get to the finish line and you don't have that passion, how do you celebrate? That just boggles my mind. That's right, Diane. What are you passionate about? What are you good at? What do others need? Exactly. What do others need? What is it that excites you? What is it that people need? And it excites you. It taps into that emotion in you that rides it up and says, I want to meet that need. You were made for such a time as this. There is something within you that people are dying for that you have. When are you going to bring it up? When are you going to allow that passion to come up? And when are you going to step into the person you were meant to be? Here it is, 2019. We are on the brink of 2019. Start today. Don't wait till January 1st. Do it now. Start right now and step into who you were meant to be, and do it with all the excitement, all the power, all the gusto, all the guts, all the emotion that's within you, because you were made with that within you. And when you tap into that and you tap into what it is that you were made to do, and you put those together, why and what, you will be an unstoppable force, and you will make a tremendous impact in the lives around you. And who knows, as I've heard Robin Sharma talk about, you become a titan in your industry. I love that term that Robin Sharma uses, a titan in the industry. So what industry are you going to be a titan in, and start that progress? Are you excited for 2019? Are you excited about what you're doing? And if not, then take a step back. Take a step back and just say, wait a second, why am I not excited? I'm doing this. Why am I not excited? Why do I feel this is a burden? Unpeel that onion and get to the root of it. Because here's what I know. I believe this with all my heart. There is no plan, no coach, no accountability partner, nothing that if you set a plan or a goal and you're not invested in it emotionally, you're not going to accomplish it. There's no coach that can tap into that for you. You have to tap into it yourself. The coach will ask you the questions to get you to that point, but if you don't get fueled and fired up and excited about what you were made to do, there is nothing I as a coach, an accountability partner, or a perfect plan on paper can help you with. Because you have to tap into you and your fuel and why you're doing it. There's a reason why, and you have to tap into it. So there it is. Those are the thoughts that have come to my mind over this quote from Oprah Winfrey, who said, once again, passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. I love it, Diane. Diane says, I'm going to be a Titan in delivering live virtual training and group coaching. That's what I'm talking about, Diane. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. I believe that for you. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So, friends, as we close Steel Toes for this year, the reason I do this is because I want you to be a Titan in your industry. I want you to be a Titan in your life. And I want you to live the life you were designed and made to live. It's one with purpose. It's one with emotion. It's one with energy. And it is one filled with excitement and wonder because your life is unique. My life is unique. And we were uniquely made to make a difference. And that's what I want to see for you this year and for me this year. And that's why I always close with the blessing. My favorite blessing coming from It's a Wonderful Life with a little tweak of my own, and it's this. I pray the blessing of bread that you know no hunger. I pray the blessing of salt that your life would have flavor, but that also your life would be flavorful in other people's lives. And I pray the blessing of wine that joy and prosperity would be yours this day and every day, and that the love of God would be your portion this day and forevermore, starting here tonight, leading through 2019. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Take a moment, go out to the blog. It's listed in the links, info@dennisleroux.org. If there's any questions, if I can serve you, if you're excited and fired up and you know the direction you need to go and you need a wingman, I'm here for you. info@dennisleroux.org, and shoot me an email. Let's get together. Let's have a wingman call. Let's talk. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to serve you. And with that, thank you, 2018, for being an amazing year. Thank you for the lessons learned this year. Thank you for the excitement and some of the finish lines crossed this year, some of the goals crossed off, lives impacted. In 2019, I'm ready for you. I am ready. Got my running shoes on, and let's go and have an exponential impact and become titans in our industry, in our lives, and in this world. Take care, my friends, and we'll see you again next week on the hashtag SteelToesRequired Quote of the Week. And if this added value to you, do me a favor. Would you just go to the bottom, hit share, send this out to your networks, and let's add value to those around us. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And thank you so much, Dawn. I saw your post. Thank you, Diane. Gilbert, glad you're here, my friend. And with that, take care, friends. Bye for now.